4 reasons children of narcissistic parents struggle with anger. And when I say struggle with anger, I mean struggle to own it, to feel it, to let it be, and recognize that it's just an emotion like all other emotions. Number 1, we associate it with a negative action. What did your parent do when they were angry? And I do this because they weren't out of control. It wasn't about them being angry in the moment. It was about them using you, the child, as an excuse to abuse. So in other words, you make me angry, and then they do something extra horrific to you rather than just, when they're not angry kind of thing. If you know, you know. So what did we learn as children? That anger was an action, and it was an abusive, hurtful, ugly action. And that's not true. Anger is an emotion. What we do with that emotion is our choice, just like it was their choice. I can feel angry and allow myself to have that emotion, embrace that emotion. I might even, and more likely, more times than not, I use it as fuel to take action. And I use it to my benefit. I can choose that, just like they could have chosen differently. So that's number 1. We associate anger with an action instead of just recognizing it's an emotion just like any other emotion. Number 2, shame. We were shamed out of being able to express our frustration, let alone anger, at something that hurt or bothered us. You're so ungrateful. Please. You don't know how bad I had it. You don't know how, you don't have it that bad, that sort of thing. So we were shamed if we even looked like we were going to have that emotion. Which leads me to number 3, along the lines of shame. Gaslighting. We were gaslighted out of being right about having a certain emotion. Really, the truth of it is, if something makes you angry, it makes you angry. There is no right or wrong in there. So we were gaslit to believe that our anger wasn't justified. And we gaslit ourselves as a result of it. Oh, maybe it wasn't that bad. I really shouldn't be angry. Minimizing our own feelings. And because we associate anger with being a negative emotion, we also don't want to be a bad person. So that one's kind of all tangled up together. Number 4. And this can actually apply to other emotions as well. As children, we were so busy monitoring the emotions in the room around us, gauging the temperature, watching the body language. I don't know about you, but I could feel my mother smirk, and I didn't even have to see her face. Like, she could be faced away from me. I could see the back of her head. And I was so attached to whatever it was she was doing in order to keep myself safe, I could tell that she was smirking. So what happens when you're so outwardly focused? You don't get to have emotions because you're adjusting how you appear, not how you feel, to whatever you need to adjust it to so that you don't get hurt. Developmentally, that's a nightmare. Because it means as a child, you're not learning that emotions are normal, they're healthy, they're safe, they're okay. You're actually learning that you're not allowed to have them. And then you suddenly become an adult, it feels like. And it's like, ooh, what are all these feelings? And there's a lot of discomfort around those feelings. I work with narcissistic abuse survivors. Whenever we do group therapies around emotions, anger isn't the one that people struggle with the most. It's actually being happy and scared that somebody's going to take it away from them. How do you feel about your emotions? What would you like to talk about regarding emotions and feelings? Drop a comment below. Give me the things that you're looking for so that I can give you the things that you need. How about that? A nice reciprocity, not a transaction.